Okay, welcome back to another video. In today's video, do we need to track calories to lose fat, or can we just wing it? Now, first thing, why should you listen to me? My name is Max Rogers. I own a coaching company where I've helped a lot of people lose a lot of weight and build a whole load of muscle. But today's video, I've got a cool question that says the following. Max, I really want to lose weight and get in shape, but I just cannot wrap my head around tracking calories. I don't really understand macros and I haven't got time to be tracking my food all day. Is there an alternative? So, whilst we're here as well, if you have any questions, please drop me a comment below and I'll answer these questions. I post 3 of these a week and I'm going to keep doing it until this channel blows up. So, I've laid some notes if you see me looking over here. Do we need to track calories to lose fat? First things first, to lose body fat, we need to be in a deficit. We all know this, everybody knows this. There are so many different ways to put yourself into a deficit. For example, you can be running a keto plan. Keto. High protein, high fat, no carbohydrates. When you pull a macronutrient out of the equation, your calories tend to be lower. High protein, low carb, okay, same thing. High protein, kind of low carb, moderate fat, very popular. You pull a macronutrient right down, your calories tend to be lower. Fasting, okay, if you only eat from 12 till 8 and you have 16 hours where you don't eat food, you're probably going to, by default, bring your calories down. All of these guys have one thing in common, which is they put you into a calorie deficit. But there are multiple pros to doing so, and I want to kind of touch base on it today. And whilst we're here, understand that you can be keto, high protein, high fat, low carbohydrates, eat 3,000 calories plus, and you will get extremely fat, okay? So it's all about calorie control. And if we don't know what we're getting in, it makes things hard. The pros of tracking. Now, let's say you, an individual, you need to eat 2,000 calories a day to lose body fat, okay? Because we worked it out and that's what it is, 2,000 calories a day. Let's say you've been smart with your food that morning, you'd skip breakfast, you had a light lunch, high protein, you had a light dinner, it gets to the evening and you've only had 1,200 calories in your day. And you now know, because you're tracking, you think, oh, I've got 800 calories to play with and it's 8 p.m. These guys that don't track, that just go, protein, vegetables, chocolate's bad, bread is bad, they end up sometimes going too low with their calories. If you go too low too soon, you will end up crashing and burning, binging, eating all the food again, and a lot of people end up back at square one or even worse, higher than they started. Obviously, what are the cons? It's time consuming. It means you've probably got to prep your food at home. When you go out to restaurants, it's very hard to know what's going in. Do you want to be tracking everything? Probably not. But I promise you guys, once you've done it for just 2 weeks, you'll become a pro. One more thing I want to talk about as well. A lot of the time, people are wasting calories. If you are not tracking, you might find that you're wasting a lot of calories. Once you have an idea of what's going in, it makes your life so much easier. So I'm not saying you have to religiously track your food to lose weight. But I would recommend everyone keeps a food diary for a few days, just so you can pick up on some bad habits or some good habits you have. And everyone says, what's the best way to lose fat? There is no right or wrong way to do it. I just know that with myself and with hundreds of success stories of clients, people that know their food and know the amount of calories have more control. If you have more control, you're going to stay on plan for longer. When you feel like you've lost control, or your weight doesn't go down and you don't know why because you feel like you've done everything right, very hard to stay motivated. So my recommendations for you watching this is I would recommend playing around with a few different things. I'd recommend trying to fast. I'd recommend intuitively eating. I'd recommend tracking protein all the time, because we know if we track protein at a gram per pound of body weight, it's going to help us stay full. If we're full, we're probably going to eat less fat and carbohydrates, okay? So make sure your protein is always tracked. That's one non-negotiable I have with everybody, male or female. But guys, you can try all of these different methods. At the end of the day, you need to find the way that works for you. It's nice to be able to enjoy good food when you're dieting. And if you are tracking your calories, you can fit in these controlled cheat meals and it doesn't feel like you're on a diet. If you don't feel like you're on a diet during a fat loss phase, you're probably going to have a much higher success rate of sticking to it. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, leave a question in the comments box below and I will keep answering them. Peace.